Did you know a tiny soap company? Yes, soap. Racked in over $10 million just by selling online. No celebrity endorsements, no shelf space at Target, just suds, strategy, and social media. Meet Dr Squatch, the soap brand that went from garage startup to a known household company by doing one thing really well: marketing that actually speaks to men. In this video, we're decoding how Dr Squatch built a cult-like following, turned TikTok and YouTube into customer gold mines, and used clever positioning to take on giants like Dove and Old Spice without breaking the bank. So grab your loofah and let's see the business behind the brand. So who's the brain behind this rugged soap empire? That would be Jack Huldrup, a regular guy with sensitive skin and apparently a deep frustration with the sad state of men's hygiene products. In 2013, Jack was living in San Diego, working in tech and dealing with eczema. He realized that most mass-market soaps were loaded with harsh chemicals and synthetic junk, stuff that didn't exactly scream skin-friendly, or manly for the matter. Now here's the kicker. Back then, the natural soap space was dominated by brands that, let's be honest, looked like they belonged in a Whole Foods gift basket. Nothing wrong with that, but they weren't exactly speaking to guys who just wanted to smell good without feeling like they bathed in lavender fields and regret. Jack saw the gap and dove right in. Dr. Squatch was born as a direct-to-consumer brand, built around a simple promise: all-natural soap, made for men. No parabens, no sulfates, no weird chemicals that you can't pronounce. Just actual ingredients you might find in a kitchen or a Viking's medicine cabinet. But of course, it wasn't all smooth scrubbing from day one. In the early days, Jack was hand-packing soap in his apartment and shipping out orders himself. He even tried hitting local farmers markets, which didn't exactly scale like an e-commerce playbook. And for a while, growth was, well, kinda slow. Because here's the thing, making great soap is one thing, convincing guys to care about what's in their soap, that's a whole different battle. The breakthrough didn't come from changing the product, it came from changing the story. So how exactly did Dr. Squatch turn bars of soap into stacks of cash? At its core, this is a direct-to-consumer e-commerce business. The main product? All natural, handmade soap bars packed with ingredients like shea butter, oatmeal, goat's milk, and essential oils. The kind of stuff your skin actually appreciates. But soap is just the beginning. Over time, Dr. Squatch expanded into deodorants, shampoos, colognes, and even toothpaste, all still following the same natural, no BS formula. Now let's talk dollars. Dr. Squatch makes money almost entirely through online sales, either one-time purchases or, more importantly, subscriptions. Yep, they offer a soap subscription where customers get regular shipments of soap bars so they never run out. It's the classic recurring revenue dream. Want to smell like pine tar every month? Done. This model is genius for a few reasons. It has predictable revenue, lower churn with loyal customers, and let's be real, once you find a soap that doesn't wreck your skin, you're not exactly shopping around. But what really sets them apart is their branding and marketing. Dr. Squatch doesn't just sell soap, they sell identity. Every product is wrapped in rugged, tongue-in-cheek masculinity. Their copy sounds like it was written by a bearded stand-up comedian with a degree in digital marketing. Instead of moisturizing body cleanser, it's crisp IPA scented man soap. Instead of selling skincare, they're selling self-respect in a bar. That voice? It resonates hard with their target demo, millennial and Gen Z men, mostly 20s to 40s, who are health conscious but allergic to anything that feels too wellnessy. And they're not afraid to lean all the way in. Think ad headlines like,
"But you're not a dish, you're a man. Switch to Dr. Squatch Natural Soap for Men."
Subtle as a brick, but somehow charming. This bold, cheeky tone has become their brand signature, and it's what transformed basic hygiene into something guys actually talk about. But here's the thing, great branding means absolutely nothing if no one sees it. And that's where Dr. Squatch really made its mark. Let's be clear, Dr. Squatch didn't just grow, they exploded. And the fuel? Internet magic, mixed with some of the sharpest marketing instincts in the DTC world. Let's rewind a bit in the early days. Jack Haldrup started selling soaps on Etsy. Yep, the same place he'd buy knitted baby Yoda hats. It gave him traction and a low-cost way to validate the product. But Etsy wasn't scalable. The real shift happened when they embraced paid social media marketing, specifically Facebook and YouTube ads, with creative strategy that didn't just blend in, it blasted through the noise. Enter one of the smartest moves in the brand's history, bringing on creative agency Harmon Brothers, the same team behind viral hits like Squatty Potty and Purple Mattress. The result? A now legendary 2020 YouTube ad titled,
But you're not a dish, you're a man.
Picture a rugged, shirtless dude yelling about soap, kicking plastic bottles and roasting chemical-laden brands. It was bold, it was weird, and it was everywhere. That single campaign pulled in over 120 million views and sent sales through the roof. Some estimates say the company generated $100,000 per day at the peak of that ad's run. Let that sink in. Soap, 100 grand a day. But Dr. Squatch didn't stop there. They doubled down on TikTok and short-form content just as those platforms were hitting mainstream velocity. Their videos leaned into humor, relatability, and anti-corporate vibes, all wrapped in high-quality production. And here's what they did right. Hook-driven content within the first 3 seconds. Consistent brand voice, funny, direct, and a little unhinged. And customer-centric themes, like guys realizing that they've been washing with mystery chemicals their whole lives. They also got smart with influencer marketing, partnering with YouTubers and podcasters that align with their demographic. Think bro-ish, wellness curious, slightly anti-mainstream. On the back end, Dr. Squatch used smart tools to fuel growth. For example, Shopify as their e-commerce backbone, Klaviyo for email automation and customer retention, and advanced A/B testing for landing pages and ads, constantly optimizing what worked and killing off what didn't. No gimmicks, just relentless, data-backed storytelling. And get this, they even leveraged Reddit threads and memes. Yup, when your customers are organically posting about your pine tar soap like it's a cult artifact, you know you've won the internet. So, was it luck, timing, a good lather? Not really. It was strategy, executed with laser focus and zero fear of looking ridiculous. Alright, let's talk some numbers. Because for all the memes and manly soap banter, Dr. Squatch is a serious business. This company reportedly hit $100,000 in daily sales during its viral YouTube ad run in 2020. By the end of that year, over $100 million in total revenue. That's right, 9 figures, from soap. Jack Haldrup started this brand in 2013, but it was really between 2018 and 2021 that things really took off. In fact, Dr. Squatch made it onto the Inc.'s 5000's list of fastest growing companies in America, with a reported 3-year growth rate of over 3,000%. One major milestone, crossing the $1 million revenue mark, which they did not through wholesale or retail partnerships, but entirely online, DTC style. That's rare and impressive. And here's where it gets interesting. Dr. Squatch didn't just make money, they shifted the industry. They proved there's a huge underserved market of men who do care about ingredients, but hate being sold to like they're shopping for scented candles. They called out the generic corporate feel of brands like Dove Men & Care and Old Spice, and made natural, premium hygiene feel cool, casual, and unironically masculine. Naturally, other brands took notice. You can now see big players scrambling to Dr. Squatchify their product lines. More natural claims, bolder branding, fewer ingredients that sound like chemistry homework. Customer-wise, Dr. Squatch has built a reputation for loyalty. Social proof is everywhere. Reddit, TikTok, YouTube comments. Guys actually review this soap like it's a craft beer. There is the occasional complaint about price. It ain't cheap. But overall, fans rave about how it smells, how it feels, and how it doesn't wreck their skin. Not bad for a company that started with bars of soap wrapped in cardboard. So, how did a soap company with no retail presence and zero celebrity backing become a $100 million brand? Simple. They nailed the basics, then made them unforgettable. Dr. Squatch found a niche, built a product people actually needed, and marketed it with a voice that cut through the noise like a Viking with a battle axe. What made them successful though? A crystal clear brand identity, smart use of paid media and viral content, relentless focus on customer experience and storytelling, and most importantly, they didn't try to be everything to everyone. They knew their audience and they spoke directly to them. So what can you take away from this? If you're building a business, especially BTC, remember, boring categories are often the biggest opportunities. Storytelling beats specs, people buy identity, not ingredients. And you don't need to outspend your competitors. You just need to outconnect them. Alright, that's a wrap on this deep dive into Dr. Squatch, aka the soap that launched 1 million subscriptions. If you got value from this breakdown, do your algorithmic hygiene, like the video, hit subscribe, and drop a comment. What brand should we decode next? This is Business Decoded, where we clean up the messy world of strategy, one company at a time. Thanks for watching Business Decoded. See you in the next one.